Hello and welcome to another episode of Ask Cheeky. I'm Isaiah Henkel with Cheeky Scientist, and today's question comes from Heather Shepard. I just got hired and told my PI, but he was not happy. He seemed concerned with his own work and asked me to keep working past my start date. And I'm a postdoc and I'm not required to work, but I feel like I should. I feel guilty, or he will badmouth me or say something to my employer. Is there anything I can do? Great question, Heather, and it's something that's come up a lot, not openly. I'm really impressed that you talked about this and brought this to us so that we could address it directly. Very often when you get a job, whether you're in a postdoc or maybe it's at the end of your graduate school career, you tell your PI, your advisor, they may not be very happy. And in one sense, this is understandable because they've invested a lot into you and you finally have become, you've reached the peak in some sense of being able to do experiments in the lab or being able to teach coursework, whatever it might be for you. So they don't want to let you go. Now, of course, their role as a mentor, and they should want you to go on to bigger and better things because it looks good for them. But this isn't always the case, especially for an advisor or PI who has a very short-term mindset and is just thinking about their next grant or their next paper. As a result, we have very often PIs, advisors use guilt to make postdocs or newly minted PhDs stay and work very often for free, or even skip a job opportunity and work past their hire date or have to work both jobs. You have to get this into your head, though, as a PhD. You have to remember your value. And you also have to remember that you are not obligated to work for anyone, right? You're not obligated certainly to work for free in academia. Just because you're leaving academia and transitioning into a career, you're not turning your back on anything. You're just advancing your career. The end. And you have to do what's best for you and your career. Otherwise, you'll stunt your own career. And this could affect you, it could affect your family, many other people, right? So just like your PI, your advisor, or whoever it might be is concerned for their career, you need to be concerned for your career and put your career first. Because if you don't put your career first, why should anybody else? And nobody else will if you don't put your career first. So make it a priority to, once you have a new job, transition, right? Wrap things up. If you're going into industry, very often there's no reason for you to have to wrap up the paper. Somebody else can do the experiments. They can, let somebody else get their name on the paper as well. If it's coursework or whatever it is, you have to move forward. Because if you don't move forward, you're not just staying still, you're going to move backwards. So if there's something you can do, within reason to help them wrap up over a week or two, that's normal. Just like in industry, you would give a 2 weeks notice. At the most, maybe it's a few weeks, but definitely don't push back your start date of your job. Definitely realize that you need to be firm, set strong boundaries, and certainly don't work for free and don't overextend yourself. Until next time, remember your value as a PhD and start thinking and acting like a successful industry professional.